would be honored if you would join us.
Greetings and welcome to another Film Stories. So today we're going to look at Last of the Mohicans, that 1992 classic from Michael Mann. And here's a little film story that you won't find in any of those 15 things that you never knew lists. So Michael Mann, we know as a director, he's a perfectionist. On the set of Last of the Mohicans, for example, he wouldn't let actors use stand-ins. He shot everything 20, 30 times. All this is well documented. During the siege of Fort William Henry scene, there's a story of, again, a well-documented story that he couldn't get the light right. They'd been the cast and the crew had been working all night. They were firing flaming basketballs to represent cannons, and at one point, well, long into the shoot, Mann started complaining about the orange light. Could someone turn the orange light off? And then one of the crew members informed him that it was the sun. The orange light was the sun. They'd been working all night. That story is well documented, but here's one that is less so. I found this in an old edition of Premiere magazine. At one point, the entire crew went on strike. They were angered by poor working conditions, claimed that the food was bad, the pay was less than great. They were just waiting for hours on end for the endless drizzle to stop so they could get started with the shoot. Early in the shoot, Brian Unger, a union rep, came to the production and spoke to the film's producers about unionising the film. And they politely rebuffed him. But when he started talking to the crew of the film were disgruntled. Now, disgruntled crews, that's nothing new. We've talked before, I'm sure Simon's talked before about T-shirts and crews displaying their lack of happiness sometimes. But this was different. The crew here were ready to down tools. In the end, that's exactly what they did. Unger quietly formed a strike, quietly arranged a strike. Out of town union members came in to lead the picket, so there weren't ringleaders from the production itself, so no one could be fired. And they timed their strike, whether on purpose or not. The strike was timed to coincide with an on-location shoot on a local estate, which cost the producers a lot of money to hire. So as it happened, the shutdown happened on a day, which suddenly meant the production was losing lots of money. Things escalated as well when the many Native American extras that are a part of the film also formed their own strike. They were urged on by Russell Means, who, in a really memorable role, played Hawkeye's adoptive father, Chingachgook. It was Means' first film role. Ordinarily, he was an actual Native American rights activist. So to him, this was his bread and butter, and clearly important to him to help all those extras who felt that they were getting a raw deal as well. So all of a sudden, we now have much of the cast and the entire crew all on strike. So the producers were happy to deal with it really quickly. The film became unionised, which improved the conditions for all involved. Mann himself put it down to, rather than poor working conditions, when he spoke about it, he put it down to the physically adverse nature of the shoot, rather than unfair working conditions. But along the way, he also lost his head of wardrobe to stress. He lost the head of makeup to stress, and he fired his first cinematographer early in the production. The film, though, was a success and is a real classic. It went on to gross $75 million in the US alone from its $40 million budget, and remains a really watchable movie and to this day. So, there you go, a quick film story short, giving you something that you wouldn't find elsewhere. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you back here soon for another film story. Please like, subscribe. See you soon.